Good morning, Left Coast. This is Rick Snyder with Rico's Blues News, and I'm here at the NAMM show, one of the largest toy stores in the world for musicians. If there's anything you want that has anything to do with music, you can find it there. You need a reed for your clarinet, they've got dozens of them. You need a pick, they've got hundreds of them. You need a guitar, you need a drum set, you need keys, you need computers, you need a stage. You name it, it's in there. And we're gonna go inside and check out some of the cool stuff that's there. 2023, you gotta love it. Hi, this is Rick Snyder with Rico's Blues News. I'm here with Avi Shabbat of Shabbat Guitars. Avi, so good to see you again. I remember seeing you here probably, 5 years ago, 6 years ago when we first met here at the NAMM show. So what is the inspiration for your guitars?
Just keeping it cool, keeping it colorful, and perfect playability and inspiring. That's what we go for, you know.
Well, I was just listening to that gentleman play your guitar, amazing jazz player.
Yeah.
And he seemed to be all over it. It sounded beautiful.
Yeah, he's one of the top guys in New York. Wrote him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's killer. And yeah, I mean, they speak for themselves. I don't have to speak for them almost.
So give me a little background. How did this all start?
Oh, well, I came to town in 2007 in the state of mind of making it to hopefully to that. And I apprenticed for a lot of people, and they just kept pushing. Now we have 5 guys working with me.
Wow. Okay, so you've got staff. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Great. How's the show going for you?
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, good.
Really good show.
Good.
A lot of new potential dealers and a lot of interest and a lot of love from a lot of people.
So how do people find you on the internet?
ShabbatGuitars.com.
Okay.
They can also go to our Instagram.
Okay.
We usually put a lot of new instruments in there. And they can submit a quote if they want to get something ordered, custom for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they can also find some guitars that are dealers all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Thank you so much for taking
Rick.
some time to talk to us.
Thank you so much.
Really appreciate it. I'm sure
Take
our
care.
readers are going to be excited to see it.
Thanks. Thank you. Peace.
Hi, this is Rick Snyder. I'm with Rico's Blues News, and we're here at the NAMM show. We're going to be talking to
Cole Coleman.
Cole about the thimble slide. So tell us about the thimble slide.
The thimble slide is a mini guitar slide, and it goes on the tip of your finger about 3/4 of the way down the nail. When you wear it there, you can still bend your knuckle, but the most important thing is that it's allowing enough of your fingertip through so you can press the guitar string. And that way you can still play the guitar like normal, slide, and then go right back to playing.
I like the concept.
Thank you. Oh, it works great. I promise.
So you're doing sizings here of the thimble slide today. You want to size my fingers?
Sure thing. Stick your hand out there and we'll get one that fits. Yeah, the thimble slide comes in 4 sizes, and each size has a gap at the top that allows me to make it a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger. So let's take a look here. Okay, so you're really close there. We'll just tighten it up a little bit.
Okay. I see you have your specially prepared pliers for just that purpose. Got to have the right tool for the job, huh?
There you go. You wear it right there, and you want it to have like a relaxed feel. It shouldn't be tight, like a relaxed snugness.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, when you play guitar, your hand's upside down, so it
Right, so it's not going to fall off.
Yeah.
Wow, I like that. That's
you
very
work it.
cool.
Yeah. If you use your arm like a fretboard, you can see how you'll be able to press the strings.
I like that. And what do these retail for?
Retail right now on them is $44, but if you see me at a show, you often get a nice hefty discount, maybe around the $35 mark.
Okay.
Do it on the website. There's actually directions. for a thimble slide, we need to know the diameter across the middle of your fingernail area.
Okay.
So if you go to the website, thimbleslide.com, there's the directions on there. All you do is take a ruler and you put your finger across the ruler with the edge of the ruler going about right in the middle of your fingertip.
Okay.
And then take a photograph and send it to me, and I can measure it from there and preset it.
Excellent.
So it'll get really close. Yeah.
Great. So do I take this with me or do I leave it behind?
Well, we can dial it in. You can have a sample.
That's awesome.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good right there.
Yeah, that feels good.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's one of the issues that I've had with other slides is they're either really, really snug on my finger or they're too loose. And of course you can't play.
Yeah, it's usually too loose. Too loose. Yeah. One thing else about the slide, if you notice, the thimble slide is larger in the back and smaller at the front.
Right.
So it is following the contour of your finger.
Exactly.
So that's why it's not loose and rattling around on your finger, and it also allows your other fingers to get in nice and close.
Right.
So
which you can't do with a glass slide.
But,
you can do it maybe with a brass slide if you made a finger slide, but it would have to be custom made. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I really like the concept.
Great, I'm glad you do.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thanks, bud. Thanks.
Hi, this is Rick Snyder with Rico's Blues News, and I'm here with Oz, who is a local for me. His shop is right outside of Sacramento. Oz, how's it going?
Good.
How's the show treating you?
Yeah, it's good. You know, we a lot less people than we normally expect, but we get a lot of volume, so that's okay.
Great. Yeah, you're in a perfect spot here. People are coming by. So tell us about your equipment. Tell us what you're making here.
Sure. This is a studio guitar that happens to be travel friendly and happens to be nerd friendly. It's not designed to be a travel guitar.
Oh, it is not designed.
Not a design for travel. Just minimalistic approach.
Okay.
First, go for sound, and then if it's unnecessary, get rid of it. So to not have a boat anchor hanging off of you. If you're in a studio next to you, you know, we're like one of the only headless that has an actual head on the thing. The everything practical here. The two stereo jacks are the same level, so you can stick it next to your desk without it falling over.
Okay.
You know, all the little small details. The headstock is our own headstock design. The screws don't put a stress load on the string. We haven't broken a string yet.
Wow.
Which, you know, is a little bizarre.
Yes.
Of course, we use, that's the Tusk Graphtec nuts and Graphtec saddles. That helps. And the NYXL strings help, but it's our designs that help the most on that. But the crazy part is pulling the pickups out.
Holy smokes.
That kind of gives you opportunity to mess with the wood, put the pickups where you want, and try it again. And if you screw the wood up, it's a cheap part.
And how do you change the position of the pickups?
You actually have to hack the wood up and drill new holes.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
you're doing that, but you're not doing that to an expensive part.
Right.
You're doing that to what do you call it? A cheap piece of spruce on the back. So if you mess it up, no big deal. You're not routing a couple of $1,000 guitar and hoping for the best.
Right, taking your router to the Les Paul.
So that's the whole point is, that's the nerd-friendly part of this. You don't like these pickups or you got a Jones for something, you don't have to buy a new guitar to try new pickups out. These are Fishman Fluence, and normally if it's a 3 single pickups, the middle switch is activating the middle, you know, front and rear. But on here, Fishman's got some more voices, so we use the middle switch to activate more voices on there.
Nice. Nice. And what does this retail for?
This is $1,600.
That's very reasonable.
Thank you.
Very reasonable.
Roasted maple on the necks and pale Faro or India rosewood on the fretboards.
Now, do you prefer the roasted maple? Are you a player?
Yeah, I'm a shitty player, but
okay. Okay.
I prefer pale Faro or ebony to India rosewood, but
okay.
Not so much sound, but just feel and texture and, you know, intimacy.
Okay. So
I love the roasted maple. We put no finish on it. It's just bare wood and it's smooth. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And we can we're like only headless that you put on a normal headstock. Not a lot of headless do that.
No, I can't think of any headless guitars that you can hang.
It's all the practical stuff. That's all we try to do is what's the right thing to do for the customer and, for a player.
Now, are they all in black or do they come in different colors?
We haven't gotten into a lot of colors yet. Right now we're all black or polished. And we do a polished aluminum one.
And you say the body is aluminum?
Aluminum. The 6061 billet, milled out of a billet with a 5-axis machine.
Wow.
So,
all right.
it's pretty serious. We have a quick disconnect Dunlap in the front where when you're lap, you don't want to have a strap button to, the smaller you get, things that get difficult because you notice everything.
Right.
And here, we try to have everything smooth in here for palm muting. When you're coming across, it is nothing to hang you up. And we were at one point thinking about an armrest pulled out, and we found that most of our customers like the access that they didn't have before for palm muting.
Right. Has anybody said it requires a little bit of a learning curve to change the way they play?
It's either 0 or very small.
Okay.
Some people can't handle it. There's no headstock here, and they get, it's like, what's that amputated syndrome when you think you can feel your arm out there? Yeah, the phantom limb.
Yeah.
They miss that sometimes, and the lightweight was, they just think they're playing air guitar almost. But that's really to save people's, it's part of ergonomics.
Okay, so the dial down here.
That's
one for volume, one for tone.
Correct, master.
And it plugs in where?
Right there.
Okay. 2
stereo jacks, by the way. Lots of options.
So you could plug into 2 separate amps?
Correct.
Wow.
So that's the nerdly friendly part of it.
Yeah.
The travel friendly part is the size and the weight. The ergonomic part is all the smooth curves everywhere and the size and weight.
Do you make a custom case for it?
We've got this for airline rack.
I was going to say, that'll fit in the overhead bin.
Oh yeah. You wait till everybody puts their stuff on and then you plop yours on top of there. No one ever could, it's better to keep the guard with you than checking in.
Definitely, especially if you're flying United.
Yep.
All right, well, Oz, thank you so very much for taking a few moments to speak to us. And yeah, it was a pleasure. I'd like to come by and see the shop.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Rick Snyder with Rico's Blues News, and I'm here at the Seymour Duncan booth at the 2023 NAMM show with MJ. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very good. How are you guys doing?
We're, doing great. Seymour Duncan celebrating 47 years, and me personally celebrating 40 years at Seymour Duncan,
Good for you. Congratulations. That's totally awesome.
Yes.
So what's new with Seymour Duncan?
What's new for starters? I have a set of humbuckers in collaboration with Peter Frampton for the 40th anniversary. I have a set of the Jokers with Steve Miller, kind of saying 50 years of the Joker and 40 years of MJs, and a set of Telecasters with Pete Anderson. They're called the Working Class, and these are 40th anniversary MJ pickup collection.
Well, you do have somewhat of an affinity for the Telecaster now, don't you?
Yeah. Always have been,
Okay. So these are awesome. Absolutely awesome. Any new artists that have come on board?
Well, yeah, we have Corey Young, we have Larry Basilio, and some of the old ones that, they're been with the family for a long time that we're working on,
Well, I guess the good news is we're still here because not everybody is anymore.
Yes, that's a good thing, We're here and hopefully we'll be here for many, many more years.
Absolutely. That's certainly my hope.
Yeah.
And Seymour Duncan, what an incredible person You are an incredible individual.
Thank
you so much for what you do and the products that you provide for musicians. I know for years the tone, the sound, the entire product that people have been getting from Seymour Duncan has just been iconic.
Yeah, it all comes from here, you know.
Well, MJ, thank you so very much
You're
for
welcome,
taking the
sir.
time to talk to us.
you.
I really do appreciate it, and you have a great time.
Likewise.
Hi, this is Rick Snyder with Rico's Blues News. I'm here at the 2023 NAMM show, and we are at the Mule Resophonic Guitar booth with Matt. Tell us a little bit about the Mule.
So I'm Matt. I own Mule Resophonic Guitars. We're in Michigan, a 6-man shop there, and we make the heaviest guitars at the show. we make steel tricones. The Mule casters are steel-bodied electric guitars, and then we have, and then this is the Mavis. This is a solid-body, wood-body resonator.
Wow.
So,
I like the placement of the controls.
Sure, yeah, and this is a beautiful piece of Italian tort. This is a single cone, and then the steel guitars we make are tricones.
Okay. So the resonators that you make are similar. I see you make, is that yours too? So how does that fit into the family?
So this is the Mule caster. This is a steel-bodied electric guitar. It's a hollow steel body.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
And so what that does is it's a really efficient at making sound. So when you're playing with your right hand, it just wants to get up and go. It's a little bit like driving a sports car. It's got a touchy gas pedal, and you might crash it into a telephone pole coming out of the lot. But what that does is it teaches you to relax in your right hand. And when you can relax, now that music comes out, right? The emotion's in your right hand. All of that inflection, all that feel is in your right hand. And now what you play makes a bigger difference because it's ricocheting around inside that metal body.
Right.
So this is this is set up like a Posen caster. Ariel Posen plays these. And this is a 25-inch scale length guitar, but with 17 gauge strings on it, tuned down to standard B. Right. Now because of the short scale, the tension on the strings is actually less than a normal guitar.
Okay.
So don't be afraid of the 17 gauge strings. But what that allows you to do is now you have a guitar that feels exactly like a normal guitar. It's not stretched out. And you can just swap the strings. So I could put an 11 gauge set of strings on this guitar, tune it standard, and it would be totally fine. I don't have to adjust the saddles. I don't have to adjust the nut, nothing. So
is this tuned to an open tuning right now?
this would be tuned to standard B. So
Okay.
it's standard tuning, just way down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So who's playing your guitars?
Ariel Posen plays these ones. Joey Landreth, Jeffrey Focal, Tom Feldman in the blues world. It's kind of exciting time. People are thinking about them less as only blues guitars and starting to use them more just like musical tools.
Okay. Yeah, definitely the Resophonic is
Let's check.
commonly thought of as a blues instrument.
Yeah, absolutely. This is our resonator. This is actually a tricone inside here. The original prototype was an F-hole. The original prototype in 1927 was a prototype that had an F-hole with a tricone.
Wait, you made these in 1927?
The original resonator patent. Yeah. Yep. So this is a tricone. It's got a little bit of that sweetness that tricones are known for, but still got the bark from the F-holes.
Okay. How long have you guys been building these?
11 years.
All right. Well, thank you so very much for taking some
thanks,
time
man.
with us, Matt.
Yeah, I
I really
appreciate
appreciate it. Wonderful looking guitars. I love them.
Thanks.
And I will definitely make sure that all the blues players in Sacramento and
Awesome.
elsewhere know
appreciate
about
it.
it. Hi, this is Rick Snyder with Rico's Blues News. I'm here at the NAMM show, and we are at the Jack Tripp booth. Now, you are...
I'm Jan. Hey.
Could you tell us exactly what it is that this application does?
Yes. So Jack Tripp allows you to basically connect musicians over the internet in real time. We have ultra low latency. We adjust the latency automatically depending on your connection. And it's uncompressed. So think of it like Zoom, but for musicians to actually make music together in real time.
Right, because you can't use Zoom to do that because there's a serious latency issue with Zoom. All right, so how do you overcome that? What do you guys do that prevents that from happening?
Yeah, it makes sense that web conference applications like Zoom have a higher latency because they want to accumulate a lot of data, even if you have a not so great internet connection, right? And then they want to basically have the information be sent so that all the language is being sort of sent to everyone else. Now for music, we can't afford to have these large packets, so we make our audio packets very, very low, and we analyze the connection, and so then it can be sent out instantly to reach that below 30 milliseconds of latency, which we as musicians perceive as sort of real time.
Okay, so less than 30 milliseconds. If I'm playing with somebody else, I'm not going to notice that. Okay, all right. So how do they do it? How do they get this product?
Well, it's pretty easy. You go to jacktrip.com and you download the free app. You can test it for as long as you want, and then there's a $10 plan eventually if you really wanted to use it with other people, but you can test it for as long as you want for free. And once you have it installed, you might want to use an Ethernet connection to connect to your modem, because then the Wi-Fi doesn't add additional latency. And ideally, you also have an audio interface with a microphone that you just attach to your computer, as we do as musicians, and you just send the stuff to your virtual studio using Jacktrip, and other people connect to that same studio, and then you can go and make music together.
So Jacktrip is the one who facilitates the virtual studio?
That's right. Jacktrip is our company. It is, and the product, if you want, is the Jacktrip Virtual Studio. Think about it like a Zoom room. You just make a studio happen, right? And then to that studio, to that server, everyone connects. As simple as that. You can invite people by just sending them a link, and then it will prompt them to download the app. And I suggest you just download it for free, create your free account, test it out, and if you like it, you will probably eventually get annoyed by us prompting you, and then hopefully you're going to be a happy customer of ours. That's the idea.
All right, well, thank you so very much for taking the time to talk to us. Great product. I'm going to make sure that our readers and our viewers know about it. Hi, this is Rick Snyder with Rico's Blues News. I'm here at the 2023 NAMM show, and we are at the Eastman booth with Dan Scatvold, Eastman's guitar maestro.
Well, we're pretending to, at least.
All right, so what's new with Eastman guitars?
We're making a lot of noise about our new Juliet LA model. I will grab it here. So Juliet's kind of been our natural progression from our Romeo series. You make a Romeo, you got to make a Juliet. That's just the rules.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't make up that. So, but originally, we wanted to make our own design on a solid rock guitar, solid body, one-piece Akume. And originally we came out with just a 2-humbucker version or a 2P90 version. No, wiggle sticks, any of the fun stuff. So this just kind of was a natural progression. It's an evolution of our Romeo LA series. Thus we have Juliet LA. So like I said, solid one-piece Akume body, solid one-piece Akume neck. Seymour Duncan Fat Cats with the radiator covers to make them just extra beautiful and just super stylish. The Goldo Les Trem system with the Vario bridge. Bend this stuff all you want. We got locking tuners here, so it just stays in tune. And this thing's ready to go. It's a ready to rock machine.
It's beautiful. It's an absolutely beautiful guitar.
The cool part is, I'll show the backside here, just the way this Celestine blue makes the lines of this guitar pop. And the inlaid pick guards, it's just ready to go.
Let me see. Oh yeah, that's really nice. Now, I don't believe I've seen a guitar with an inlaid pick guard.
It's all those little details that are designer Otto D'Ambrosio. Nobody thinks of that stuff, but he does. The dude's an artist,
Very much so, very much so.
Check out Robert John and the Wreck, Southern California blues rock band choice. Henry and that band's rocking this guitar. He plays it all over the place. They just put out a live DVD. Check out Robert John and the Wreck, and you can hear a Juliet in action.
Nice.
So again, we're progressing our Romeo and Juliet series here. So what we did is we came out with Romeo NYC, kind of the more aggressive look with the black finish here. Really an evolution of our relationship with Bourgeois guitars. We were able to really get a good solid black finish again. So we're excited to have this back in the mix. Got the same Goldo Les Trem system here. Solid spruce top, mahogany laminate back and sides. hollow body guitar. This thing's ready to rock. And the cool thing about this guitar is we've got the Duncan Cyclone pickups. Really, we're kind of the first people to really get to use these and give it a little bit more of a just pure rock and roll sound. This thing is beautiful. It's ready to rock. Romeo NYC, man.
Nice. So you guys are working in conjunction with Seymour Duncan?
Yeah, we've got a few pickup manufacturers. Duncan and Lawler. We love Lawler pickups to death. Bare Knuckles and a few of these as well. They're great. They're great people to work with.
Yes, they are. And Dan, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us.
Anytime.
Great products. Glad to see you again here
Always
at the
great.
show.
Yes, sir.
And you take care. And I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I did. And I'll see you guys again next year. Don't forget to look for Rico's Blues News in your inbox, on Facebook, on YouTube, and look for our website, Rico's Blues News.